Hello YouTube, this is a Conservatives Rock. Today I'm bringing you a review and maybe a comparison of both Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3. Well, let's get started. First off, both games are great games in their own right, and they both sold over 5 million. Modern Warfare 3 sold 6.5 million in its first 24 hours, supposedly, according to Activision. And supposedly Battlefield 3 has sold 5 million its first week. Of course, companies could be skewing the numbers, but we had no way of knowing that, so we just had to take their word for it. But anyway, I've played both games. I bought Battlefield 3, and I rented Modern Warfare 3 and played it. I've played on both games. I've played both single player and multiplayer, and I have not played the co-op on either one. Just to give you an idea of the history of me playing video games, I started playing video games when I was 5 years old. So I'm not somebody whose opinion overly biased here. This is just my honest opinion on these games after I've played a variety of games. I'm just not a fan of any one franchise other than maybe Portal. Portal 2 is my favorite game ever. Enough said. And when I was younger, first game system I played on was a Super Nintendo, playing a Mickey Mouse game. I think it was the second one. It was like a circus and all that great stuff. And played Mario and grew up playing that. And played the Sega Saturn, and then I got a PlayStation 1 when I was 7. Played Spec Ops, and this was basically the start of me playing shooter games. Was Spec Ops, Stealth Patrol. Then I played a few Modern Warfare games with PlayStation 1. Then when I got PlayStation 2 and GameCube, on GameCube I played Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I played a lot of the Medal of Honor games. Some on PlayStation 2, Medal of Honor Vanguard, Airborne. And was a big Modern Warfare fan until it kind of died out. Then I played Call of Duty 1, and I played Call of Duty 2. Then I played Call of Duty World of War Final Fronts. Then I got my Xbox 360. And I played games like, played all the sports games there too, Spyro, Bugs Life, just all sorts of games. But this is basically a summary of my history playing shooters. I got the Xbox 360. I played Gears of War 2, and that was the first game I played online. Was Gears of War 2. I also later on I ended up getting Modern Warfare 2. In like November of 2010, I got Modern Warfare 2, played it, loved it. Then I got Homefront, loved that game, but I eventually traded that in too. And just a few months ago, I played Battlefield Bad Company 2. It was an excellent game, and it led me to get Battlefield 3. But just to get down to a comparison of the two games, I'll just give you an idea, maybe of my history, an idea that I've played all sorts of games, and I'm not really a fanboy of either game. Here's what it comes down to. Well, basically, they're both great campaigns. Starting off Battlefield 3, really, a realistic, kind of a little bit absurd, but mostly a realistic campaign. The fighting, the gameplay was great, and just kind of the way you felt like you had a choice, you could kind of affect things, and it was a great campaign, a lot better than I expected. I mostly got it for multiplayer, but it was good. It had its moments, a little bit of action, and mostly just good gameplay. A lot of fun to play. That's a single player campaign. The graphics, oh man, the graphics are just out of this world. I played on the Xbox 360, by the way, both these games. The graphics, I just couldn't believe graphics could be that good on a console. Yeah, you have to install it and all, but I mean, who doesn't have a hard drive that plays online? If you don't play online, don't get Battlefield 3. Period. So, yeah, it was great graphics. The graphics were excellent. Just detailed. Everything looks good on there. They could have had better lighting on some of the maps, but other than that, not many complaints. The audio, excellent audio. Dolby Digital audio was beautiful. You can just hear the explosions. It all sounds realistic. The guns look good. So it was great graphics wise. The multiplayer, that's where it's at. The multiplayer just awesome. I mean, you could fly jets, helicopters, and maybe it doesn't have that many game modes, but it was good. Good multiplayer. Just you can drive jeeps. There's so many things you can just do in multiplayer. So many tactics you can use. You can snipe. You can be an engineer. You can repair vehicles, or you can sit down mines. I love sitting down mines and anti-vehicle mines. A vehicle rolls over that thing and boom. It's kind of like a surprise. All of a sudden you'll have like enemy killed and vehicle disabled or destroyed pop up on your screen, and you get those points. So there's just a lot of things you do. I mean, you can get in a jet, or maybe you'll get in a helicopter, or maybe you're gonna go get in a tank, or maybe you're gonna get in the APC. Or maybe you're gonna just drive the Jeep around and speed around, firing a single shot and just capturing objectives when nobody's there. Yeah, I've done it before. That was fun. Got a lot of points that match. But yeah, or you can just decide to walk on foot. You can spawn on any squad mate. Squad's usually 4 people. Spawn any objective that's captured, or you can just spawn it back to your spawn. I highly advise not spawning on your squad mate. Because a lot of times they're in a sticky situation, being fired at by several enemies, and you end up getting spawn killed. Killed right away. So yeah, I highly advise not spawning on squad mates. Unless you absolutely need to give them support. Now on Modern Warfare 3, the campaign was just out of this world. Excellent campaign. It was just sometimes though, the graphics were pretty good, but sometimes the campaign was just maybe a little bit out of this world. Like there's like no way in the world you could have survived that. And sometimes it seems like things would be happening whether you were there or not. Like you didn't have much effect. So maybe it was a little bit too absurd, maybe a little bit too outrageous, too much action, too unrealistic maybe. But it was overall it was good, great storyline, and I loved the ending. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the ending because I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm not like one of those little jerks that go and spoil games for you. Now, onto the graphics. The graphics were good. Good graphics, but no different than Modern Warfare 2. Maybe better lighting, but the graphics were no better than Modern Warfare 2. Definitely can't compare it to Battlefield 3. I mean, I played Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer for a little bit. Then I went and I played Battlefield 3, and it's like, whoa, my eyes hurt. Yeah, that's how much better the graphics are on Battlefield 3. Just a lot better. Not to say the graphics are great on Modern Warfare 3, just not as good as Battlefield 3. As for the audio, audio was a little bit better than I expected. Still, maybe not quite as good as Battlefield 3. So you gotta get Battlefield 3 both a winner there. As for multiplayer, the multiplayer, it's fun and it's addicting, but it's too simplistic. I mean, basically you just run around the map with these reflex actions, and just basically run and gun, just running around shooting. And you just run around the corner and just shoot down an enemy. I mean, it's just the same thing, and it seems like after a while that would just get kind of monotonous and boring. So yeah, that's just the problem. There's more game modes maybe, but I mean ultimately it's the same thing, the gameplay. I mean basically you're running around tight little corners on even smaller maps, smaller than on Modern Warfare 2, which is bad to me. To me it's bad because it basically takes sniping out of the equation. You say, well, the campers. Campers, let them camp. I mean, if they want to sit there and sit in one spot the whole match, let them do it. Whatever. They can ruin the game experience for themselves, because obviously I see no fun with someone on a spot, other than maybe when you're capturing an objective or defending it. But yeah, camping does make sense when you are sniping though, so don't complain about snipers who camp, because that's just absurd. But really the multiplayer just wasn't much different from Modern Warfare 2. It's the same gameplay, maybe even worse maps. The maps are not as good as on Modern Warfare 2. You don't get to fight in the airport or something like that. You know, it wasn't as fun. I hear the Spec Ops is good. I hear the Spec Ops is good on I hear the co-op was pretty good on Battlefield 3, but Spec Ops is better on Modern Warfare 3, so I'm gonna assume that. So here we go. As for game, as for campaign, I would give Modern Warfare 3 the slight edge there. So Modern Warfare 3 wins on that. Battlefield was good, but it's not as good as Modern Warfare 3 on the campaign. The storyline was better on Modern Warfare 3, like I expected. As for graphics, Battlefield 3 is a clear winner. Clear. For audio, Battlefield 3 is the winner. For gameplay, I had to give a slight edge to Battlefield 3. For co-op, I'm going to take the word of my friends and give Modern Warfare 3 to win there. And for multiplayer, I give it to Battlefield 3. So overall, I would say the better game is Battlefield 3. If you can get both games or play both games, I suggest you do. But if you only can choose between one or the other, I would get Battlefield 3, unless you do not play online. If you do not play online, then I would suggest getting Modern Warfare 3 because it's a better campaign. But overall, I would say Battlefield 3 is the better game. And you say, well, why is it outselling? Why is Modern Warfare 3 supposedly outselling it? Well, it's more popular because it's easier, and more people just know the name Call of Duty than do Battlefield. Because I hadn't heard of Battlefield just maybe a year or two ago. I had no clue about Battlefield. So I'm definitely not a fanboy, as you can see, and I'm just saying that Battlefield 3 is a better game. But I hope you can play both, and I hope you enjoy both games. And y'all have a great day, and I hope you enjoy this review.